Hey, I'm John. I'm here trying to make more and more positive content for you to be a better person, and especially for men. I want men to rise up, become more masculine, become more strong, understand what their roles are as a man, and to take care of their wife, to take care of their girlfriend, to take care of whatever they need to. And also, I want to make sure that we continue to give you lessons so you can improve yourself. I know I've been extremely busy and I get on and off of this thing from time to time, but I'm going to make an effort to keep this channel going, to start making content on a regular basis. So if you like this type of content, like and subscribe, obviously. Today I want to talk about producers and consumers. The vast majority of Americans, the vast majority of people living in this world are consuming, right? We're consuming on Amazon, we're consuming at the store, the restaurants, we're even consuming content nonstop, right? Netflix, Hulu, Paramount. There's so many of them that people subscribe to. We consume Spotify, we consume all of these content, as well as we're consuming physical goods as well, right? And nothing wrong with that. I'm going to talk a little bit more about when you can consume and how much you can consume. But I want you to think for a second. The vast majority of the wealth in this world is created by producers, created by creators, right? We now, obviously, people make content on OnlyFans and people make fun of them like these girls are trash, these girls are whatever. But I want you to think for a second. These girls understood a need that men have, right? A need that, especially now, and you might say, John, it's just horny men, blah, 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 blah. I get that. And sex is always sold, so they understood that. But the second thing is I want you to think about is, they did a survey on a dating site and they found that majority of women find 80% of the men on these dating apps as unattractive. So think about that for a second. The vast majority of men won't even get a swipe right? The vast majority, it's a small percentage of men, high value men, very good looking men, 6 foot tall, all of that, 6-figure earners, those are the small type of men who are getting attention from women. So the vast majority of men are lonely and consuming this content. That's why porn is on the rise. OnlyFans is one of the fastest growing things. And we can say how bad society is. We can see all of that. And this video is not about that. I'm just trying to teach you some basic facts. They understood, these so-called dumb women understood that fact and created content and became popular. Maybe they fell into it, right? Maybe they just like getting attention but didn't get enough attention. They like shaking their butt. They like showing some boobs. And all of a sudden their popularity grew and they naturally got into this, and all of a sudden they're making hundreds of thousands of dollars, if not millions of dollars, right? So it could have happened by accident. But at the end of the day, I want you to understand something. The creators are the ones who are creating wealth and making money, right? Content's just one part of it. But I want you to also think about what else have people created and what are they making? I mean, perfect example is Elon Musk. All the things he's created, right? PayPal being one of them. SpaceX now is going to be huge in the future, I believe. And obviously Tesla's massive, right? And Steve Jobs and all of these people who have created something. They created something and therefore have benefited tremendously because other people who are consuming that, right? I say little, obviously mine's a very small scale to that degree, but I created a website, right, that sells high-end firearms for people to buy, to use for sporting, to use for defense, for use for all of those various purposes to enjoy. And because I created that and because I'm bringing traffic to my website, I've been able to create some wealth for myself, right? And also for people who are working with me. So I want you to think about that for a second. Are you creating? Are you consuming? And majority of us, of course, you don't even have to ask. We're always consuming. But I want you to ask, the question I want you to think to yourself is, okay, 8 hours a day I'm working for somebody else, most likely, and you create, and for somebody else who's created something, right? And you're working for them. But at least take a few hours of your day to create something for you. Now you might come back to me and say, John, you know what? I'm not a creator. I don't know how to make anything. My brain doesn't work that way, etc. I get it. Not everybody are creative. Not everybody's designed to be an entrepreneur. But I want you to think about this for a second. What could you create? Like, could you even think about like studying or researching or exploring the opportunities about creating or producing something? The vast majority of us, we just take life as it is. And that's the main point I'm trying to make, is at least take an hour or two to learn something. Watch a video, read a book, get an audio, like if you can't read, you're autistic or whatever, get an audio book, read, learn something, put some positive things into your brain and continue to move your life forward, especially if you're a man, right? Because if you're a man and you're not high value, meaning you can't produce, you're not a creator and you're not doing these things, guess what? You're just going to get left behind, right? Women will just lose respect. Now, I'm speaking generalities here, okay? Of course, but that is the general rule that happens for people. So I want you to spend at least some time, whether it's 30 minutes, 50 minutes, an hour, 2 hours, whatever it is, some time learning about creation, thinking about creation, something to do with production creation, right? Because at the end of the day, all wealth is created by that, if you really think about it logically, right? And so that's all I wanted to talk about today. And so later on, after you produced, the production that you've made will generate residual income, right? Income that comes in when you're sleeping. And when that happens, now you can be more free to spend, okay? And so I just hope this video finds you well. I'm not saying never spend, but the next time you have this gut instinct to buy something, just hold for a second, like, wow, do I really need this? Can I use this money? Can I use this whatever that I'm planning to use? Can I use it to create something? Can I use it to build something? Can I use it to produce something? So I just want you to make a mental shift in that and go from there. Once again, I'm going to continue to make these types of videos on a regular basis. I will try. Obviously, this isn't a professional video. I don't have any editors. I don't plan to do any of that anytime soon. Yes, I have professional video people, but they do work for me. I'm not doing this to create any financial gain for myself. I just want to make sure that I'm teaching men, especially men. I'm teaching everybody. I mentor women and men, but I want to specifically teach men to be better men, be stronger men, be a more masculine men, so they can be successful running their own personal life, then successful running their life with their wife or significant other, and also be a better father. So hopefully this video finds you well. We'll talk more later. Take care.